All right, welcome back. Still bad with the outros and intros. Both of them suck on my end. Today I want to talk about what it's like being a jack of all trades, master of none, or just the general idea behind it. I have like no script going into this, so everything's off the dome. But the idea of actually being good at basically everything that you do, everything is very vague, but I have had that term sort of tossed at me pretty often by people that know me and people that I guess sort of see the things that I do. Not saying that like I'm like the best at everything, but like I'm pretty fucking good at stuff. But the term sort of comes from like jack of all trades, master of none. Being good at all of these things but not being able to master something. And some people sort of view that as a good thing, other people view that as a bad thing. I mean, certainly from my perspective, I hate the fact that I go into a lot of things and I get really good at them, whether it be like games, music, art, video editing. I sort of go into a lot of these things with the idea of like, oh yeah, I want to get really good at it. I want to like become one of the best at this. I get to a point where I think like I hit a very good skill ceiling. Shit, that's such a gamer term. I hit a very good point where I know that I'm like pretty good at it, like pretty above average, but I never get to the point where I want to master it and become like actually the best at it. I get to the point where I'm like, damn, I got it pretty good at this thing. Let me go do something else and see how good I am at something else. And some of the things that like have sort of reminded me of that is like, oh yeah, I play Valorant a lot, and when I play Valorant, I got to the point where like I almost hit Ascendant, and then I said, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna go do something else. And I decided to go do something else, and then I did that thing. I got pretty good at it, and then I said, yeah, fuck that, I don't even want to do this anymore. Then I come back to Valorant, and then I'm dog shit at it. Like, I'm not even that great at it. I do good here and there, but then like I become rusty. And I guess I want to go over like what I feel are sort of the pros and cons of this, because I think that it's still good to have that sort of trait of like jack of all trades, because at least you get to experiment with a lot of things. You get to do a lot of different things. You don't just stay stuck in one loop and push through it if you don't want to do it anymore. And like, oh yeah, like I'm bored of this right now, but I want to become like one of the best at it. Let me push through and like sort of grind it out, even though I'm not enjoying it. And that sort of sucks. That I don't like that ideology of actually having to grind through something even though you don't really enjoy it anymore, just to not really be happy with it, just because you want to be very good at it, like, well, I guess one of the best at it, despite the fact that you're already pretty good at it. I guess that's like a pro and con, because for other people may be like, oh, like you should probably do this thing, you should probably grind through it so that you can be one of the best at it, so that you'll always have that under your belt no matter what, or at least you'll have something mastered. And that sort of comes down to everybody's different interpretation. People perceive things differently. People will view one thing differently than you will. In my eyes, I view it that I like doing all these different things. I like being able to always be able to experiment and always be able to keep my mind open to doing new things and doing a lot of different things no matter what. And I also think one of the biggest pros about doing this jack of all trades thing is sort of eliminating that fear factor of the fear of being bad at something, the fear of you don't want to do something because you're afraid to fail at it. And I guess I can't say that I eliminate that fear, but it sort of dies down, because as you start to experiment with more things, you're sort of knowing that, okay, I'm gonna go into this, I'm gonna be awful at it. I know that I'm gonna be horrible at it. Like, when I started drawing, I was like, man, I suck at this. Like, I didn't even know how to, like, I didn't know how people drew eyes proportionately. I was like, okay, let me put one big eye here, and then when I tried to, like, align the second eye, I was like, you know what, fuck it. And it was like, one eye will be right here, the second eye will be up here, and it was like, all right, you know what, that's a drawing. That, we're calling it a day at that. But you sort of get over being afraid to try new things out because you're always willing to just put in the effort and be like, yeah, I want to try this out. It's really interesting to me, and progressively get good at it. I also feel like it's a bit of a time commitment to learn a lot of different things, and I would say it sort of takes away from the fact that I have no fucking clue what I want to fully commit to for my future, because I'm so all over the place with everything that I want to do. Every few months I think to myself, oh yeah, like, I want to go into music, I want to do music for the rest of my life. I think that that's like my life purpose, my full-on commitment and everything. And a few months later, I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling music that much anymore. I sort of want to do video editing now. And after that, it's like, I sort of want to go pro in Valorant. Like, I really want to go pro in Valorant. And I've become like this whole mess of like, oh shit, like, I don't even know what I want to do for my future, because like I'm like juggling all these different things. I haven't really mastered anything, while at the same time like doing my courses and also having like my stupid ass job that I have to go to. So I'm like juggling all these different things at the same time, and it's sort of weird. It sucks, but like, I still enjoy it. Yeah, this is all over the place. I feel like everything that I've talked about has been so all over the place. But yeah, I truly think that beyond just jack of all trades type of thing, I think that anybody should experiment with anything that they want. You want to go into drawing, bro, go watch Ethan Becker. That guy's amazing, and go like follow his guides on like how to do stuff or draw stuff, like how to build your own personality with drawing. Oh, you want to go into video editing, go watch AMV tutorials and like edit some anime or edit some COD clips. I know that you probably got some fucking crazy ass aces on Valorant that you want to be like, oh yeah, let me splice these up, put some Linkin Park over it, and boom, throw that bitch in After Effects. Like, you know, you only have such a limited time, might as well like spend it doing whatever the fuck you want. If 1 month I want to try this shit out, like if 1 month I want to be like, yeah, I want to video edit this 1 month, I'm gonna go and video edit that whole month and do whatever I want to. If the next month I'm like, yeah, you know what, it's like, I'm gonna become a pro Minecraft Bed Wars player, I'm gonna grind out Minecraft Bed Wars. I don't even care. I'll drop my other hobbies for a bit, you know, like I have these intervals where I completely stop making certain pieces of content. I completely stop making music. I completely stop video editing. I completely stop a lot of things because I want to grind this one thing out, and then I finish grinding that one thing out, and it's like, you know what, let's go back to the music, or let's go back to video editing. I think that everybody should try to do that jack of all trades thing. I think that it's not something that only a certain amount of people are gifted with. I don't think that, oh yeah, like you have to be born into that type of being good at everything. I think that anybody has the capability. I just think that a lot of people are afraid of failing at stuff. I think that a lot of people are afraid of trying new things out and actually just doing what they want. A lot of people think that they have to go the safe route and like do what they're told to do, or like do something that they know will net them a job or something like that. Like, sometimes you could have several hobbies and none of them could lead into anything at all, and that's perfectly fine. Some of them could lead into something, and that's also super cool. But I think that everybody should try. I think that anybody has the capability of being a jack of all trades, master of none. Who needs to fucking master one thing? Who cares, bro? Do whatever you want. Like, I think it's so much cooler when like you tell people that you do all like 20 different fucking things rather than just one. Even if you're not the best at all 20 things, shit, maybe you could be mediocre at all 20 things, but you're still doing them, and that's what matters. So yeah, I think that's about as much as I want to get off my chest. Hope you enjoyed that rant video thing. I don't know if I have gameplay playing over this. I probably might have my face. I probably will have a gameplay. It might be it's a both, because Why not? I also have 2 videos coming up. Don't know when I'm going to finish with those. I might record those after this one. Who the fuck knows? If you see me in this same exact shirt, it probably means that I did exactly that. And also, thank you for viewing my last video. I did not expect that many people to watch it. And I hit affiliate on Twitch. Super cool margin. Yay, woo. I stream every single night at midnight, literally every single night. So if you want to come by, twitch.tv/I'm ghouulie, 2 U's. Link is also in the description. Come swing by. We play a lot of Valorant. You could watch me suffer on there, and watch me suffer in other games, as like Resident Evil and all that. So yeah, I'll see you guys another time. Still bad at this outro thing.
Oh my god, what? 141! Bianca, you kill both of them here. Oh, Bianca!